I'm Matt Fowles, a city boy and lawyer turned winemaker. Gravitating to the bush to discover what made a good drop was a no-brainer. And being an avid lover of food and hunting for my table, I'm on a mission to match the two. Trust me, it's not as complex as you think. So it's time to put the call out to my mates. The deal is, I'll bring the wine and supply the game. They just need to come up with a delicious dish that can cook over a campfire. Today's all about Chardonnay. It's a friendly grape, so I'm putting my good mate and chef, Matt Wilkinson, to the task of matching some flavours. We'll be trekking out west later to hunt for some rabbit, so I'm bringing him a drop to sample and hopefully inspire him to come up with a dish that will bring the two together.
Mr. Wilkinson, how are you, sir?
Fowles.
Good to see you. How's things?
Super pumped for today.
Yeah. So how are you going to fare in the bush?
I'm a Barnsley boy, half industrial, half on the edge of the Peak District. I love cooking out in the open. So you see many rabbits up on the farm?
Yeah, there's heaps out there at the moment. We had a wet season a couple of years ago and the population's just gone bananas.
How's the farm?
Busy. Vintage. We're right in the middle of it. We've just had our whites off, so the last of our whites today are nice, and then we're into the reds in the next few weeks. So I've brought you a nice little drop along, one of our finest. Let's have a taste.
We always like a little bit of your wine.
This is an interesting one. Chardonnay's quite a friendly variety. Like people, the grapes have different personalities, and Chardonnay's just a friendly grape.
Chardonnay's a awesome choice. Front palate is a freshness with a little hint of salt. A round warmness that leaves into like a toastiness in the background.
This is a really nice wine with rabbit, and but what I need is some inspiration for the dish.
Bacon, cheeses it'll need a hint, in the food it'll need a hint of acid, but you can do that through, say, shallots or onions.
Nice.
Pan roast it, and then...
You can do all this on a campfire?
Yeah. I think so.
So do you want to get rolling?
Yeah, love to.
Let's do it.
We've got some shallots, thyme, sage, parsley, pumpkin, this beautiful streaky bacon, a small slab of butter, bread roll for the stuffing, and the pecorino for the to grate over the pumpkin.
This stunning moon-like landscape is the Strathbogie Ranges. It's home to our vineyards and it's the ideal terrain for growing Chardonnay. With wild produce to forage and countless rabbits, I'm certain my promise to Wilco of a feed will hold up.
You're on the top of the Strathbogies now, so about 130 kilometres northeast of Melbourne. Ancient granite, great block of Chardonnay over here. But the thing is, it's cool up here, the soil's poor, you've got this constant breeze that we have now, and they're all conditions that vines like.
Looks like pretty crappy soil.
Yeah, well it is actually, and that's part of the reason it is good. You know, the vines want to struggle, they build intensity that way. So actually the more nutrient poor the soil, the better it is for the grapes.
What are we here for now?
Well, thanks to your forebears, we've got an abundance of rabbits in this part of the world. And
this grass area, they're just nibbling on that, so it's like 100% grass-fed. You couldn't get anything better, eh?
Absolutely. Purely grass-fed, no other inputs. One of the good things that grows here are these blackberries. Again, we got your forebears to thank for that.
I take my little son berry picking, and childhood memories of food is what creates this added flavour of like this love of food. We'll probably make these into like a little blackberry vinaigrette.
Sounds great. Big boulder up there to the left, a couple sitting in there.
Oh, yep.
Steady.
With bunnies in hand, my end of the deal is almost complete. I'm excited to see Wilco do his thing and cook that mouth-watering wild rabbit on the open fire.
Well, mate, what a good day. I've done my bit. It's your turn. I'll pour you a Chardonnay. What are we having?
Cheers. Awesome. Beautiful wild shot rabbit done into a Ballantine with some pumpkin that we're going to cook over the coals. We'll finish off with some pecorino and leaves, I believe, and some herbs from your garden with the blackberries that we make into a quick vinaigrette.
I'm in. How quickly can you cook it?
Quick.
Good.
So we've got this base rabbit.
Wilco's going to break down the rabbit himself. My advice is to get your local butcher to do it. It's a lot easier.
And keeping that belly in.
Nice.
One of the remarkable things, like smell that, because it is so fresh.
Yeah.
Like, it has a different fragrance to a farmed rabbit. Main thing in cooking is things that we don't see, like we can do it through touch. Like when you're frying off onions, you should be able to hear them and smell them if they're burning before you're actually visually looking at them. So it's about using everything. Bash the old bunny. So while we're bashing it, yeah, tenderising it, but by bashing it, you're making it bigger.
Yeah.
Some sage leaves. This is one of those things that we've talked about, pumpkin with the wine.
Yeah.
We'll cover them up, and then once we give them a little, say 5-10 minutes,
Yep.
we'll separate the coals
off a bit.
and break it off.
All right.
You've got to be really careful with wild meats, I think.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of natural fats.
Yeah, that's right. They're very lean.
They've not been fattened up on grain or certain things in the pastures. So if you're taking a cut and you're long braising, or you're doing other things that can actually help to keep the moisture within.
Yep.
So you ever trussed before?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, me neither. And then it's called the loop.
Mm-hmm.
So you grab it in, fold it thing, pull.
Beautiful. There it is.
So we've got to now control the heat. That's the most, whether we're cooking out here or you're at home, you want that sizzle to be continuous.
Yep.
And we'll add the shallots and the thyme. And we're gonna add some wine to this.
My wine?
Yeah, your wine.
Cooking wine?
Cooking wine, please.
Always cook with good stuff?
Always.
Good man.
And then a bit more. Yep. And now we're gonna put a lid on.
Beautiful.
So last thing, quickly making that blackberry vinaigrette.
This vinaigrette is so simple. We'll use the wild blackberries we foraged earlier. A few key ingredients like salt, white wine vinegar and oil. Mash it together with your hands. It'll be delicious.
I'll take the string off the rabbit. We'll carve. Throw some of the muskies in. I'll give you one little end bit. And then the sauce. The most important thing is surely the top up of the wine.
Yeah.
After a brilliant day on the land, Wilco's delivered, to say the least. Our mouths are watering. Time to see how the shardy works with the rabbit. I really like the toastiness from the campfire, particularly with the pumpkin, and it really matches that Chardonnay well. There's a little hint of oak barrels that we use in the Chardonnay. There's this lusciousness about the Chardonnay texture as well that complements the game really nicely.
And the fat from that bacon and the flavour of the meat itself, there's just a match made in heaven.
It's been an absolute pleasure, mate.
Thank you. Massive credit to you for doing it as well.
Yeah, cheers.
Thank you.